Man, things just get crazier and crazier. It's like every single day is a new episode of whatever TV show we're living in. This just in. Okay, it's just crazy. But some of these comments here really caught my attention, and this one we're going to read first. I can't believe I'm saying this, but please don't resign Joe Biden. Never thought I'd agree with that. Never thought I'd agree with that and read that out loud. DEI equals didn't earn it. There's another one right there. And lastly, Trump was elected. If Biden resigns, Trump should be in the office automatically. We don't need an interim Kamala Harris. Yeah, it's pretty crazy times that we're living in, and you see the desperation. It's just reeking. It's just crazy. But we're going to get right into this video. So before we do that, I just want to say shout out to the King Squad, the King Squad family, and the King Squad elites. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and let's get into the video. I will give my commentary periodically throughout the video. More so in the back end. Stay tuned for that. Let's go. Shout out to Benny Johnson, and let's get right into it.
Xanax-riddled stepmom down our throats with all the energy of a failed real estate agent in Hoboken. Kamala Harris was a nightmare of a candidate. Don't call her drunk, Benny. Like, why would you do that so mean? Well, because she's drunk, okay? There's no other way to explain clips like this.
We debate it out. Have good, vigorous debates. Have a good fight over policy. That's good for democracy.
Wow. Shocking that that lady, who can barely string a sentence together and slurs, and according to all reports is actually like alcoholic, lost in a massive landslide that you can see from space. Oh boy, it is not pretty right now at the White House. Look at the faces of Camilla and Jill.
That does not look like somebody who's happy at all. Sheesh, that's the look of defeat.
Ooh, baby, this is a frosty one. Joe Biden gives Kamala Harris a cold shoulder after husband Joe was forced out of race. VP lost to Trump. Oh no. What's going on here? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, cold shoulder after husband Joe was forced out of the race. They were at an event together in Arlington National Cemetery. It's Veterans Day. The First Lady stared straight ahead as the Vice President grinned and leaned into her husband, who sat on her side. They hate each other. Of course, why not? Like, you destroyed the political career of her husband. You know, it could have been, who knows? Would Joe Biden have done better? I'm not sure. I keep asking. They both would have lost in landslides, but would Joe Biden have done better? First Lady did campaign for Harris like one time. They didn't allow Joe Biden out on the campaign trail. They barely allowed Joe Biden to speak at the DNC convention. He's been treated like such garbage by these people, and I am saying that purposefully. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden called Americans garbage, but it truly is his party taking out the trash. Veterans Day marked the first time President Biden and Vice President Harris saw each other. Biden and Harris, who looked stoic, stood side by side to mark a Veterans Day ceremony. The two couples journeyed to Arlington to watch a wreath rain laid at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. So yeah, not a happy time. Oh man, look, they are so miserable. They know they have to round, and they know they found out. Look at them. Oh God, they know they did it. Kamala Harris, they don't look good. Yeah. Kamala Harris destroyed Joe Biden. According to reports, Kamala Harris was such a power gobbler that when Joe Biden decided to drop out, the plan was to have an open primary. Kamala Harris made like 50 different phone calls and was able to secure key endorsements ahead of what the party was planning on doing, and literally shoved herself into the position to win. Yeah, not Joe Biden's face really says it all. The happiest you'll ever see Joe Biden is wearing a MAGA hat, actually. It really does say it all. This is the end of Kamala Harris's career. But ladies and gentlemen, could it end even more entertainingly? Well, it could, actually. This night might not be the last humiliation that the Democrats see. Democrats are suggesting that maybe Biden resign and just hand the presidency over to Kamala Harris, who would be next in line constitutionally, in a Make-A-Wish Foundation presidency. where Camilla gets to be the 47th president because then she'd be able to assume the office.
I'll start with you.
Joe Biden has been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
He would absolve her from being able to from having to oversee the January 6th transition, right, of her own defeat. And it would make sure that it would dominate the news at a point where Democrats have to learn drama and transparency and doing things that the public want to see is the time. This is the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats
Okay, this
operate.
has now jumped from an internet meme to a Sunday morning show.
Jamal's out here right now.
Congratulations.
Season of House of Cards.
I thought you
This guy's got to go. That is not cool at all.
were going to say, what about the Supreme Court? That's all.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing. We'll talk about the Supreme Court in just a second.
Wow.
This is Kamala Harris, political Biden-Harris White House alum, Kamala Harris, political advisor. Joe Biden has been amazing. Should fulfill one last promise. He should resign and make Kamala Harris the first woman president. This would turn the tables on Trump. And keep Kamala from presiding over January 6th to make it easier for the next woman to run. How weak and fraudulent all these people. This is something that is getting a lot of play. Everybody's laughing their asses off at it, calling it a Make-A-Wish presidency. They're really trying to make a wish presidency. Kamala Harris could be also on the Supreme Court. Why not? Kamala Harris. Why not be a Supreme Court justice? Look at these people. Look at how depressed these people are. They like every single person on TV having to defend Democrats right now looks so hungover.
Liberal. And so I hope that Joe Biden makes the next 10 weeks as consequential as he can. I don't care about drawing outside the lines or what Republicans may think about it. This is within your purview. You can actually do it, and you should do it. And, one more thing, John, is you have a hell of a vice president right there who has a legal pedigree to sit on the Supreme Court. And let Republicans go crazy and ape. I'm even mentioning that option.
You floating? Are you floating? This is 7:39 a.m. on the East Coast. Did Bakari Sellers just float Vice President Kamala Harris as a potential Supreme Court nominee?
Not only am I floating it, but I want to stir up everything. I want people's heads to explode this morning so we go into the weekend just knowing that the chaos has not ended just yet.
Sonia Sotomayor, who would be the logical replacement there, she's 70 years old. She's not in the best of health. That would be the person that he's saying that Kamala Harris should replace. Of course, that would have to go through the Senate and take a long time. And I doubt a Republican Senate would vote to put Kamala Harris on the Supreme Court, especially as Donald Trump is heading into office in a matter of weeks. Giving Kamala a Make-A-Wish presidency would be hysterical. Would be really fun. Make-A-Wish presidency is what they're all saying. Turning the presidency of the most powerful country in the world into a Make-A-Wish is crazy. Make-A-Wish presidency, everyone's saying the same thing, making the same joke. I called the campaign a Make-A-Wish presidency months ago. Evidently, he thought I was serious. Kamala Harris can't even make, her own biggest ardent celebrity supporters back her without paying them millions of dollars. This was breaking earlier this morning. Kamala Harris paid Oprah Winfrey $1 million to be part of her failed presidential campaign. How bad is it when all of the Hollywood, all of these Epstein Island people, Diddy List people, Harvey Weinstein casting couch people, when you have to literally pay them? They're already billionaire. Oprah's a billionaire. You have to give her $1 million extra bucks just to say that she likes you. How humiliating is this? Right? How embarrassing is it? Tim Dillon, just great commentary here. Taylor Swift's biggest celebrity endorsement. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Oprah. Nobody cared about George Clooney. Nobody cared about any of these people because people are sick of it. They know celebrities don't get them. It's comforting when you're waiting in line to get discounted food at a church who Taylor Swift thinks you should vote for. Nobody cares. And now it's come up in times for people like Oprah Winfrey who are seen as bigger frauds, right? A reminder that Oprah Winfrey was out right here saying that democracy would end if you didn't vote for the illegitimate candidate who we now know behind the scenes was straight up robbing Joe Biden of his presidency and his shot to run. And I think that Joe Biden might have done better than Kamala Harris. At least he would have gotten like some endorsements from unions and stuff. I think the Electoral College map was pretty much set. And that maybe Biden would have even lost some like surprise states because he's so uniquely unpopular. Reports of the White House has Joe Biden losing, Trump winning 400 electoral votes. Some reports out of the White House said it could have gotten that bad. But either way, it's just super humiliating, the cope. The cope here that Biden needs to resign, have one, the final insult, right? I gotta tell you, I don't feel bad for Joe Biden. I know I would never advocate feeling bad for Joe Biden.
So there we have it. Shout out to Benny Johnson. And yeah, you know, they're just doing anything at this point. They really can't accept the fact that they lost, in my opinion. That's really what it looks like to me. And they're just kind of like, hey, since we're still in office, I mean, shoot, I mean, who cares? Let's throw Kamala up here, you know? Screw it. We can all be president. That's kind of how it strikes me. And I'm like, no, you know, nobody voted for her. You know, she literally just lost the election. On top of that, her policies are straight garbage. And yet, no. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys have to say about this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.